I'm Edward Otto Zelke, and let's queer up the world view. Did Canada really change LGBTQ acronym to MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA+? Claims are circulating online suggesting that Canada has officially expanded the LGBTQ+ acronym. The claim is false. The confusion stems from remarks made by Canadian Member of Parliament Leah Gazan, who used the term during a speech addressing $7 billion in budget cuts to Indigenous services. Gazan used MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA+ as an inclusive phrase referring to missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, and Two-Spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, and asexual people. The acronym was not introduced as the acronym was not introduced as an official national change, but as a broad, inclusive reference. Some right-wing outlets and social media users misrepresented the term, amplifying confusion. Elon Musk reacted online writing, "Canada is cooked," and later shared another post saying, quote, "I guess there are still some letters left in the alphabet," end quote. MMIWG remains widely used term describing violence against Indigenous women. Study shows Indigenous women in Canada face significantly higher homicide rates. Two-Spirit is a distinct cultural identity used by some Indigenous communities, separate from other gender identities. Well, this is something where, we're in the age, I think, right now where we are using a lot of acronyms. I know that there's a lot of young talk in terms of like how just break down everything into acronyms and stuff. And so when you're up there and you're trying to be inclusive and you're talking about a large group, partly LGBTQ, you want to be inclusive and you want to just, make sure that you're touching all of those points. But it would be people like Musk that would just turn it the other way and just basically say, you know what, they're saying way too much. This is getting ridiculous. We're saying all of these letters. But the point is that we need to feel inclusive. Yeah. And if that's what's going to take to have all of these letters in an acronym, then that's fine. But again, we're not going that far.
Yeah. I took it like they were making fun of us. That's kind of how, you know what I mean? The alphabet family, fine, I get it, and if we needed to add more letters, I'm part Indigenous. I'm very well aware of what is going on with missing lesbian, Indigenous women, and just Indigenous people as a whole, right? Hence why we have the BIPOC acronym, right, for Black and Indigenous people of color. But the gays didn't add more letters, okay? Misinformation did, and inclusion isn't confusing, but ignorance is. Yeah. And when people start mocking identities instead of learning them, that says more about their intelligence than our freaking alphabet. So stay educated, know what you're talking about, you know?
Yeah, when I was in college, back in the day, we had the lesbian and gays. That was the lesbian and gay club. And I remember there was this huge uproar, even from the straights. I'm like, back off, about adding just the B. So every acronym, every letter means something. Yep. Every letter is someone. So, thank God for Elon, and he's weighed in, so I can rest easy tonight. Right. But you know what? People who don't like too many acronyms can STFU and S my D.
Very good.
And there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.